সম্মান সম্মানিত দর্শক শ্রোতা ও দেশের বিভিন্ন প্রান্ত হতে যারা আমাদের আজকের এই লাইভ শোটি উপভোগ করছেন সকলকে জানাই আন্তরিক শুভেচ্ছা ও সাদর সম্ভাষণ। দ্য রয়্যাল করিডোরের পক্ষ থেকে আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি মুনতাসির
এবং আমি ফারাবি।
শুরুতেই বলে রাখি, আজ আমাদের লাইভ শো এর প্রধান আকর্ষণ আমাদের অতিথি ও পরম শ্রদ্ধেয় কামরুল হাসান স্যারের কথা, যিনি আন্তর্জাতিক মানের পাবলিক স্পিকার, সুপ্রতিষ্ঠিত উদ্যোক্তা এবং যোগ্য ও বলিষ্ঠ নেতা গড়ার প্রতিষ্ঠান CKH নেটওয়ার্কের প্রতিষ্ঠাতা, যিনি ঝিনাইদহের ক্ষুদ্র গণ্ডিকে অতিক্রম করে তার পদাঙ্ক অঙ্কিত করেছেন সুদূর হার্ভার্ড ইউনিভার্সিটিতে। So Farabi, I am very much excited about the show and I think the viewers are also excited. What about you?
Yes. I'm so much excited, Muntasir. Hope we'll have a great time together and I'm eagerly waiting for Kamrul Hasan sir today. Thank you.
ওকে, সুপ্রিয় দর্শক শ্রোতা, আশা করব আপনারা যারা এখন লাইভ শোটি উপভোগ করছেন আপনারা সম্পূর্ণ শোটি উপভোগ করবেন এবং শেয়ার করবেন যাতে আপনার বন্ধুরাও লাইভ শোটি উপভোগ করতে পারে, বিকজ টুগেদার উই মেক ইট বেটার।
তারপর আমরা 30 সেকেন্ডের একটি ক্ষুদ্র বিরতি চেয়ে নিচ্ছি আপনাদের কাছ থেকে। এই 30 সেকেন্ডে আপনাদের সকলকে লাইভ শোটি শেয়ার করার জন্য বিনীতভাবে অনুরোধ জানাচ্ছি। 30 সেকেন্ডের মধ্যে আমরা আবার ফিরে আসছি গেস্টের সাথে। ধন্যবাদ। Muntasir, I am begging some time from you for sharing our today's live.
Okay, so my dear viewers, before we hop into the main session, let me introduce our today's guest of honor. Okay, assalamu alaikum and my sincere greetings to all of you, those who are watching the live show from different parts of the country. Again, I and Farabi welcome you all to the main part of the live show of Royal Corridor, where we talk about some royal issues on some royal points of view and of course with some royal personalities. And this time I am excited to declare we have such an inspiring person who is a true fighter. No, not that one fighting inside the boxing ring, but a fighter who fought with all the obstacles of his life and now shining as a bright star. So my dear viewers, be ready to be motivated because he is a milestone of motivation. He is an international public speaker and also the founder of CKH Network that produces the future leaders. He has acquired a lot of degrees and identities, but we may shortly say him a fighter from Zinada to the Harvard. So without further ado, let's welcome our today's guest of honor, respected Kamrul Hasan sir. We are eagerly waiting for him.
Welcome, sir, during all today's sessions.
Thank you, Muntasir. Thank you, Farabi, for inviting me. আমি আসলে ওরকম কেউ না, আমি ছোটখাটো জাস্ট ক্ষুদ্র একজন উদ্যোক্তা এবং আমি চেষ্টা করছি প্যাশনেটলি কাজ করার। অ্যাট দ্য সেম টাইম আমি চেষ্টা করছি আসলে আমার নিজের লাইফের ড্রিমটাকে বাস্তবায়ন করবার। আর আমার এই ক্ষুদ্র প্রসেসটায় আমি চেষ্টা করি আমাদের তরুণদের জন্য কিছু করার, কারণ আমি বিশ্বাস করি আমাদের যে তরুণ ছেলেমেয়েরা আছে আমাদের দেশের 70% পপুলেশন কামিং ফ্রম ইউথ। সো আমার জীবনের পারপাস হলো টু হেল্প দেম আউট। সো যদি কেউ আমাদের এই কাজ থেকে উপকৃত হয় তাহলে আমি মনে করব আসলে আমাদের বা আমার এই প্রয়াসটা একটু হলো সফল এবং সার্থক, এর চেয়ে বেশি কিছু নয়।
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, sir. Sir, you know the pandemic is going on now in this quarantine days. Sir, how are you passing your days actually?
Right. So good question. So pandemic is outside, but I don't think that pandemic is affecting me inside. And I also believe that pandemic should not affect anybody inside. So to affect inside, you do not need any pandemic. It could be affected anyway, right?
So yes.
You don't need pandemic. So can you tell me, before pandemic, you were not affected? You were not impacted? তো যদি এমনটা হয় যে প্যান্ডেমিকের আগে কেউ অ্যাফেক্টেড ছিল না, only because of pandemic we are affected, okay, then let's talk about it. But আমার তো মনে হয় ঘটনা এমন না, right? So প্যান্ডেমিকে আসলে মানুষ স্ট্রেসড, মানুষ, oh my goodness, what to do, how to do. Within the pandemic is still the same, after the pandemic will be the same. So let's not, pandemic is inside your mind.
Yes, sir.
Pandemic is always inside your mind. It doesn't matter what is outside. আমি যদি কাউকে নিয়ে যাই সমুদ্রের পাড়ে, দুই পাশে পাহাড় এবং সমুদ্র, do you think সবাই এখানে এনজয় করবে? What do you think?
Sir, they can, sir.
A lot of people would be still frustrated. How come this is not good place, common place is not? So you see how you see it.
Yes,
এজন্য আমি আসলে কখনোই স্বীকার করি না what is pandemic, so what, don't care it. I mean, you don't need to consider it as a pandemic. If you consider it, you will be in the pandemic more. If you don't, leave it alone, leave him outside. So that's my opening message to all.
Okay, sir. Sir, thank you so
thank
much,
you very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay,
do
so
you think?
before asking you some questions, I would like to draw the kind attention of my viewers. That
Yes,
is, I already mentioned that our respected sir, you struggled from Jinada to the Harvard University. So you had a lot of struggles, you had a lot of challenges, and also victory. So we will listen to your story. But before that, as we have luckily got you, so we would like to have some super tips of public speaking, sir. So nowadays, students of our country always dream to be a public speaker. They always want to rule by the power of their words. So what are the prime tools and mechanisms you think that makes us an impressive and expressive public speaker? If you please share, sir.
Okay, so you have asked me two questions, my stories or my small, how I have struggled. Another thing is the public speaking. So should I begin with how I have started? I think that would create more connections. See, as you told me, actually, I am not a Harvard graduate. Let me clarify that. I'm not a Harvard graduate. So I have attended a small program called Leadership Strategies on Coaching. So I am not a Harvard graduate at all. আমি শুধুমাত্র একটি কোর্স, হ্যাঁ, সেখানে আমি গিয়েছি ফিজিক্যালি ছোট্ট একটি কোর্স করবার জন্য, যেটা আমার স্বপ্ন ছিল। সো টু মি দিস ইজ মোর দ্যান গ্রাজুয়েশন, বিকজ এটা আমার স্বপ্ন ছিল। সো ইট ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার হাউ মেনি আওয়ার্স, হাউ মেনি ডেজ, ইট ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার টু মি। আমি 94 সালে ঝিনাইদহ থেকে ঢাকা শহরে এসেছি 94-এ ম্যাট্রিক পরীক্ষা দিয়ে ইন্টারমিডিয়েট করবার জন্য। সো তখন থেকে আমার আসলে যাত্রা শুরু, আমার জীবনের স্বপ্নকে বাস্তবায়ন করবার জন্য। সো দেন 97 I started working part-time at selling encyclopedia on the street. So I started selling books on the street called Encyclopedia Britannica, because my father was a high school teacher and I had to earn something for my livelihood and for my education and tuition fees. So that's how I began. So I got a very good training from a British gentleman, how to sell. আমার যেটা মনে হয় যে as of now, that is the best experience I have ever achieved, to understand the human being. And then while I was selling books, I came across North South University in Bonani, and I saw, okay, why not, I'm there. So the long story short, so after selling books, I started working for another company, and then another company which was a Vanik, now is called Lanka Bangla Finance. I was selling cards, and then it took me to HSBC Gulshan 1 branch. So that gave me a job, that offered me a job, because I was selling card to the bank employees. And it was before my undergraduate, and I was still, about to be completed 3 semesters. So, but I got a job full-time in HSBC in 2001. So this is currently just opposite to my office right now, where my office is. I got a job, and then in 2006, my office was in Ericsson, just 2 buildings near North South University. Remember, in 1997, I was selling books and I saw Northside University. Then I thought, okay, this is the time to see and to meet my dream into reality. So I went there. I met my another dream. That was my dream because I'm coming from a village. That is the best dream. Okay, why not touching? Whatever it came to my mind, I thought about it. So I met that. I did my MBA from there. And since then, I was actually dreaming when can I go? What is next? I thought, okay, what if I could touch Harvard University campus in any way in my lifetime? So that was the dream, and that came into reality too. Doesn't matter, what are the courses, how many days, how many hours, but to me matter is I have been there. So I have touched Dhaka College, Northside University, and then Harvard University. Why I'm telling is that is not to impress me, but to impress all of you. You can dream anything. Don't afraid of thinking. Don't afraid of thinking big. Start thinking from today. Start looking into your hope and believe. Don't look at left and right. Let them think whatever they think. You think whatever you can think. If you can, whatever you think you want, it will take you over across the line. And then I worked 5 different multinational companies in my countries, like HSBC to Ericsson to Huawei to Jetty, Dun & Bradstreet, and then also Bragg Bank. And then I left my career. I thought, I am not living my life. Why the God gave me a life? What should I do? And what am I doing in this earth and planet? Is it the best possible thing I could do? So my answer was no, it's not the best possible way to live my life. My way, my thinking was that I don't want to be CEO or MD of a bank or institutions and I have my own house and car and then die. I don't want that kind of life. I thought, well, what if I could help hundreds, thousands, and then millions of students like me who are coming from village and don't know what to do and scared of thinking, afraid of thinking, afraid of believing, afraid of dreaming big. So I think, okay, this is something what I want to do. Because আমি গ্রাম থেকে এসেছি, আমি স্ট্রাগল করেছি, আমি বই বিক্রি করেছি on the street, and then I went to the top of my dream. I have touched my dream. So I thought, what if I could help and inspire people like me, students like me who are going through the struggles. আমার একমাত্র উদ্দেশ্য ওই সমস্ত মানুষদেরকে আসলে ইন্সপায়ার করা, এনকারেজ করা, অ্যাপ্রিশিয়েট করা, those who are still afraid of thinking, those who are still afraid of dreaming big, those who are still thinking they are struggling, those who still think they are not good enough, those who still think they don't have anything, those who thinks, am I worth for it? For them, my message is you are worth everything you think of, and you can think of, you should think of, because it's nobody's right to give you the right to think or not to think. It's you who need to give you the first right and acknowledgement and acknowledge and agree to whatever you want. If you want and agree with your life and dream, forget about others. Barack Obama became president of the United States of America. Whoever thought about a black man becoming a president? Does it matter? No, it didn't matter as long as Barack Obama thought, and he did. President Trump is a joker and clown to hundreds, thousands, and millions of people who was not into the politics. Whoever thought this joker and clown could be the president of America? Does it matter? He didn't have the political background, but he had a dream, I believe, and that's why he became. Does it matter who thinks what? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was a bodybuilder champion, who wanted to be the champion bodybuilder, and who also wanted to become the world's topmost actor in the world. And people laughed at him. Oh, Arnold, how can you become? Oh, no. You are gigantic. You can't speak good English. Oh, and your name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. How can people call you and you become a Hollywood movie star? Are you crazy? No, he's not crazy. And others are crazy because others thought different and he thought different. And then he became that. So we have hundreds, thousands of stories. Think about Jack Ma. Think about our country's lot of people, right? Including our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So So we have the stories. What I want to mean is, hey, are you believing in yourself? If you don't, does it matter who else believe you or not? It matters if you believe it yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's what I would say. I would invite, encourage, and appreciate others to think about it. Just think. It's my invitation only. You're not bound to.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I guess the young generation will get a lot of inspiration from you afterwards. Sir, I have another question from myself. That is, sir, do you think that self-reflection is a significant portion of your life? And if it is, how do you say we accept the new norm after the pandemic is gone?
Right. I think earlier you had another question, public speaking. Right. I couldn't answer that. So I need to answer that. And also second question now is self-reflection, which is contemplation, right? Contemplation. How do you contemplate yourself? How do you reflect these situations? So two things. Let's talk public speaking part a bit later, right? Because this is something you need to identify yourself. It's not somebody should not be feeling, okay, I want to be. So if you want to be, you can be, but you have to identify yourself through self reflections and contemplation. It's a wonderful technique. See the mirror.
Yes, sir.
Think about it. If you look into, imagine that you are a tiger. Imagine that, and you are looking at a mirror, and if you see within the mirror a cat, think about it. Meow, meow, meow. Like cat image, right? A tiger looking at the mirror, and
Yes,
looking
sir.
at the meow, meow, meow. So how would that be? Funny, isn't it? I have tried to
Yes, sir.
copy. It would be funny because the tiger thinks, oh my God, I have become meow, cat. But inside and outside is a tiger, right? So we
Yes, sir.
actually looking at ourselves like a cat, not as a tiger. But we have capacities. But unfortunately, our reflection is a cat. Our reflection is, oh my goodness, I have so many difficulties. I have so many shortcomings. What can I do? There are pandemic, there are situations, there are politics. I'm not coming from good family. I'm not cadets. I'm not university, Dhaka universities or whatever the things. If you think that you are not, you are not. If you think what else I could do to achieve my goal, you would see. So that has to be reflected. That has to be reflected through your behavioral, through your reflection. So that is what I would say. If you can reflect your image, so whatever way you want and you want to see, you can solve anything. You can become anything is possible. But that's what I don't want to agree with the pandemic, because I think pandemic has a lot of positive things to offer, a lot of way to rediscover ourselves and identified ourselves, and it is a big opportunity, to know oneself. So that's why I believe this is an absolute opportunity for everybody, and it depends. If you want to, if you don't, you don't. This is also depends.
So thank you so much for your
Okay.
valuable answer,
Thank
sir.
you very much, sir. So I would like to move to my next question to you. That is, we all know that life is short, but art is long. So what's your view? How do you want to be remembered after you are no more on earth?
Right. So that is what we call purpose of life. I think everyone has a purpose, and everybody actually should have a purpose. Purpose is actually the overarching goals is not the goal. Goal is a means, is a vehicle, but purpose is overarching goals. So there are maybe a lot of goals that would help you to reach towards the purpose of life. So if somebody knows why he is living on this earth, I think everyone should know, and everyone should ask himself, why I am here in this earth? Why? and what is actually the purpose of the sender? So what am I doing? So I think everyone needs to answer. And my purpose, I find it out in my way while I was working for the corporate, and then I thought, am I living my fullest potential while working? So I thought, no, I'm not. So what am I doing? Who am I? And then I have realized that I have potential, I have dream, but I'm not letting myself to to bring my dream inside to outside. I'm not allowing myself. And why? Because I am positioning myself thinking in a card, visiting card. Okay, but I am more than a visiting card. Which one is more important, you or visiting card, a designation of a visiting card? Your identity is you.
Of
Who do you
course,
want to
it's
be?
our
Your
identity,
identity
sir.
is. So I thought, okay, I am limiting myself within a corporate realm of visiting card, fascinating and fascination. I thought, okay, no, that cannot be my aim. That cannot be my purpose. That's what I thought. A lot of people could think, so that's there, nothing wrong, right? Is their perspective also right? My perspective is also right, because it's me. I live different, I think different, and everybody does. So I thought, so my purpose should be, if I am living within people's mind, so that to change his thoughts direction, believing direction, thinking patterns direction, because we are not living our life fully, fullest potential. So I want to help hundreds, thousands, and millions of people's thinking, believing on their mindset, because everything begins with your mind. If you want to become a public speaker, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become a profound artist, if you want to become profound footballer, cricketer, it depends on who do you want to become, starting from with your mind. So I want to help millions of people to think and imagine what they want to become, and then slowly go towards that by taking actions, continuous action. So that's my purpose in life. How can I help millions of people's life to believe in themselves and to live their life fullest potential with all the dreams that they think they want to achieve?
Sir, thank you so much, sir. We hope that will be praiseworthy for your valuable answer. Now, moving on to our next question. That is, today, that means nowadays, the young generation is so much prone to different movies, animations, cinematography as well, for improvement of skills in English. Meanwhile, they waste a lot of time in here. Do you think that these are preferable for the present generation?
Your question is, in order to improve English speaking, to go through and watch the movies and all these things, is it relevant or not, right? Is it your question?
Exactly, sir.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
okay, it depends, right? Who is where? Everyone's life is different. Everyone's journey is different. So it is not the only way. There are many other ways, right? There are many other ways. Let me tell you, what is the objective of knowledge? What is the objective of reading books? To gain knowledge, right? To gain knowledge. What is the objective of
Yes,
gaining
sir.
knowledge? What is the objective of gaining knowledge? To transform your life, right? To
Yes,
apply
sir.
and then transform and to achieve something bigger.
Exactly, sir.
So that
Yes,
means
sir.
so reading books cannot be the only source. I'm trying to bring you the different perspective. There might be some other ways. So can you tell who hasn't read books? They are illiterate. They don't have knowledge.
No,
They
sir.
don't have an wisdom. Can
Never.
you say that? No, we can't say that, right? Can you say that those who haven't been to universities and haven't done PhDs and gone to universities, they are not, learned. They are not educated.
No, sir.
They don't have the wisdom. See, so
We can't
see,
say.
we can't say. On the contrary, those who haven't been, probably they have much more knowledge and wisdom in the world. There are many people, Rabindranath Nazrul too, a lot of peoples, right? You see, things
Yes, sir.
would depend wherever you are. right? That means do not limit it within a, okay, this is the way. There are many, what I want you is to think beyond, beyond. There are many ways. Find out which works for you better. The thing that works for you better, it might not work for me better. The thing which Farabi is fond of, do you think Muntasir would love that? Might not, might be or might not, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you might
Yes,
learn
sir.
by watching. You might learn by watching by eyes. Somebody can learn hearing, listening, right? Somebody can learn
Yes.
through motions and graphics. You see, there are kinesthetics. There are different ways of learning. Learning pattern is different. So you have to figure it out. What works for you better? You know how you respond better,
Yes, sir.
how you learn faster. If it is watching movies, reading books, talking to friends and things, reading newspaper, do that. But it doesn't mean somebody might look into the trees, somebody might look into the ocean, somebody might look into the birds, somebody might look into the uh, insects, maybe something else, and they can learn profound things of their life. The way is different, their reflection is different, their lens is different. Nobody knows. So there are many ways. It depends. It depends on who you are. It depends on what is your angle, on what is your objective. Does that answer your question?
Okay, sir, thank you very much, sir. And I would like to especially thank you because the questions that we are asking you, you could have particularized the answers in public speaking, mental health, or whatever. But the way you are illustrating all the things that anyone may be helpful from this live show, that anyone is in lack of guidelines, they want to dream. So they also may take help from us. And that's the prime thing, I guess, we need to, sir, take the how to dream, how to be motivated from others. Okay, sir. So moving to the next question, that is, as you mentioned about mindset. So when you talk about mindset, automatically the concept of growth mindset and fixed mindset comes up. So in our country, what we see that people are mostly, activated towards I will be a doctor, I will be an engineer, and the families are very much inclined towards these tendencies. And about growth mindset, if we say that whatever the unique potentiality we bear, we will just practice that. So how will you differentiate these two things, sir? If you please share something.
Okay, growth mindset and fixed mindset, right?
Yes, sir.
This two. Okay. So you see, a bit hints I have given to my earlier answer. If somebody thinks this is the only way, there are no other way, he's closed. That means he's not allowing to pass through. This is a gate, right? If you close it, nothing will come. If you open it, things will come. If somebody thinks I am the
Yes, sir.
best, if somebody thinks this is the way, you are not good, I am good, that is he is not actually open. That means he's not growing. He's blocking. So if you block others' views, others' point of view, others' angle, you are having closed. You're closing. That means you're closing the other's view. That means you are not growing because you don't want somebody's views to be here. Imagine that if I have Muntasir's view, it might help me. I might be having one more ideas with my ideas. See, I have one idea. When I listen to Muntasir, how many ideas I have now? 2. When I listen to
One more,
Farabi,
sir.
how many ideas then I have? 3. So which one is better? 1,
3, sir.
2, or 3? 3 is better, right? And then you see you
Yes,
all
sir.
know the collaboration. Actually 1 plus 1 is in mathematically 2, but 1 plus 1 in collaborative way is the repercussion is actually the impact is more than 2. You know what I mean, right? So you said you and me
Yes,
together
sir.
is more than 2 because it is multiplier. When it becomes another person, it has becoming more multiplier. You see, the impact is not a mathematically you cannot do the framework. That's what is growth mindset can do for somebody is not mathematically could be determined, because the impact is any mathematical boundaries. Because you see, if I have your idea, it might change my life. I might do something which is I might not be able to do it in my whole life. Right? If I have Farabi's idea, I can
Yes,
solve the
sir.
problem what I'm struggling for. You see, that's the kind of mindset can help you and me and everybody to improve. And because of this limiting thoughts and beliefs, we suffer mentally, emotionally, we suffer then physically. Today, all of us, we are suffering inferiority complex, low self-esteem, less belief. We don't believe in ourselves. Why is that? Is because we are not willing to accept others. We are only looking into the cosmopolitans, the cosmic side of others. And then we are not looking into how do we actually use our power and potential to enlighten our life. So that's the reason. Oh, Farabi is so good. I am not. Oh, Muntasir is a damn good speaker. How come he is okay? I am okay. You see, it's just causing this mental trauma and anxiety and feeling depressed. And then when you feel and feel and feel and feel, you become depressed. Because who is creating this feeling? You.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's causes of closed mindset creates the depression, anxiety, and frustration. The causes of open and growth mindset creates you abundance, the opportunities, helps you to become a free life, helps you to become who you are, helps you to achieve so many unknown potentials that you even don't know. It's unknown because things which is unknown, how can you define it? You can't. You can't really. You don't, because you don't know, you don't, what you don't know, you don't know. And what you know, only that you can use that. That's the difference, simple as that.
Okay. Thank you
So much,
very
sir.
much, sir. And I think the problems that we, the learners, are facing in this pandemic, in this lockdown, we say we are bored, we are depressed. So if we change our fixed mindset into growth mindset, I think we can overcome all our difficulties. So at this stage, I would like to draw your attention towards a rapid fire, sir. I will ask you 10 or 12 questions, or this may be your personal opinion based. You will just answer this, sir. So are you ready, sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay, sir.
Please.
Our first question. If you get an offer either to rewind or to pause the time, which one would you go for?
Pause the time.
Okay. Then second question, sir. If you get a magical offer to meet anyone on earth, whom would you meet?
Our prophet, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi
Okay,
Wasallam.
absolutely nice answer, sir. Then our third question. If you get a magical offer to visit any place on earth, any country, any part of the country, which would you go for?
Our holy place, Makkah and Medina.
Absolutely. Then fourth question. Suppose it's 4 o'clock at night and you are in a great danger. Whom would you call first?
My Lord, my creators.
Okay. Then, sir, next question. Hot coffee or cold coffee?
Mixed. Mixed.
Okay. Then, sir, the next question I think is very interesting, and we are going to get a lot of things from you. If you become the president of the country for 5 days, what change do you dream to bring in the present context of the country?
Change the mindset.
Oh, absolutely. In a word, but I must say it's simple but gorgeous. Then the next question, sir. Success or excellence?
Excellence.
Okay. Childhood or youth?
Childhood is playful, youth is joyful. So, you know, I can't actually, leave any of them, but I would leave youth, I would choose youth, and I would leave childhood life within the youth.
Yes, sir. It's a
Okay.
complicated one, sir.
Brilliant answer, sir. Sir, if you became invisible for 1 hour, what would you do?
what would I do? Invisible. Okay. I would try to meet my spirit and the God's spirit.
So
Spirit
wouldn't you
of
like to spy on someone's whom you like very much?
no. I want to
Okay.
I want to meet the secret of life. What is life?
So
Yes.
next question, sir. At school, surely you had to face the question a number of times that what will you be when you will grow up? So what was your answer at that point of time?
Pilot, fighter pilot, GD pilot.
Yes, sir. Then it's an opinion-based question, sir. A first bench student knows the answer to every problem, whereas the last bencher knows how to face every problem. Do you second this opinion?
Repeat it again.
Okay, sir. A first bench student knows the answer to every problem, whereas the last bencher knows how to face every problem. Do you second this opinion?
No, I don't.
Okay, sir. So, any favorite quote or statement that inspires you every time whenever you feel backed off?
Your thought become things. So think carefully.
Yes, sir. So, if you have to summarize your whole life experience in a single word or a sentence, what would that be?
Live your life fullest potential. Have the wildest dream in the dream and believe in that.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. That was the end of our rapid fire session. And I think the viewers were very much excited to hear from you. And I would like to ask Farabi to ask our respected sir the next question.
Sir, I have a question based on the public speaking fact. That is, for one topic, if you have multiple stories, how do you choose the best one, sir? How can I choose the best stories I put in my speech? And what an ideal speaker should do actually?
Okay. Stories is, when you speak, right, you are telling or showing. If somebody is showing the story versus telling the story, which one is better to you? Let me ask you.
Showing, sir.
Very.
Absolutely. So it's the animation, is the characters that makes the story more profound rather than only, if no, that's a usage of whatever you have. You have the body, you have the vocals, you have the tones, you have the notions, right? You got to use the varieties and show the story, not tell the story. Telling the story is boring. Show the story to engage.
Actually, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank
Sir,
you very
as
much, sir. As you said, sir, to show the story, I would like to show you a story and then ask you a question. That when I was little, so in an extempore competition, so when the topic was given, then I used to ponder over it and write an script instantly, and then move to the stage and deliver the speech. And that won't be that much, I mean, sir, expressive or impressive because I get a few times. But when I grow up with time, a senior brother instructed me that why don't you think of something interesting beforehand and just link that with the topic so that it doesn't become irrelevant. So what would you like to say on it? Should we go for this technique or there are some lackings in this technique?
See, what I believe, my belief is to be on the flow. Flow means on the moment, whatever comes to your head, don't block that. If you
yes, sir.
preconceive the notion, prefix the thought, that's a problem. That means you're not allowing your thought process to work on behalf of you. Versus if you prefix it, you are restricting it, blocking it, your thought. What I prefer is to allow my thought to be open onto that moment. And whatever comes to me, if I am pausing into the sentences, I'm allowing my thoughts to be composed and to connect maybe something draw from past, maybe future, but need to allow it. Our danger is not to allow it. When you allow it to flow, you will be connected automatically, because that's the science, because that's how our thought process evolves. So I would rather go on the flow, not to prefix, but whatever comes to my mind, something interesting, and link with that on the flow, on the flow. We don't know actually what should be spoken on that moment. If you trust on the feeling, it's called gut. If you believe that,
Yes, sir.
the gut will take you there. If you don't believe, it will not. But whatever will come through you on the moment, it will come through you for the betterment of that scenarios. People who are in front of you, what is better for them to be heard, to be seen. It all depends on God, not to you and not to me. So whatever God will give you thought within your mind for them, which one is better? Or you decide and choose for them.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, I have another crucial fact in my mind that is related based on public speaking again. Sir, how should a speaker influence the audience and at the same time doesn't get influenced by the audience? Actually.
Speakers first is power presence. Power presence has to be done within first 30 seconds or maximum a minute. The best is 30 seconds. How you break it, how you give the message towards, act, number one. Number two is how you end, what message you are leaving. One thing, what is the one thing that you want them to lead, to think, you want them to take, you want them to go back.
Yes, sir.
So what's that message that makes the footprint laster, longer, more than anything else? But again, you can't create that message also if you are not creating the first instance correctly. Inside, there may be stories, there may be things, but people would not remember that much.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, there is another question that is, so whenever we complete our HSC examination, then we go for jobs, we look forward, how will we make our career and a lot of things. But those who want to take risk, that I will make my own employment, I will give others employment, on which the CKH network is working, we already know. So, for example, sir, Ayman Sadiq, he is now a celebrity of the country, and he took risk, and thus he is, enjoying a lot of things now. So, what do you think that how should we, overcome the challenges? A lot of things we need to say from our neighborhood, from our parents, that what will you do by doing these things? So how should we protest and overcome all these challenges, sir? If you say shortly.
So first thing is, as I said earlier also, the things which is holding us back something for everybody, is not the physical. It's all is mental, all is psychological. We are living in the age of psychosomatic age. So that means you have to solve equation mentally.
yeah,
In this age is actually how you deal with your passion and how you want to create your legacy, and that's depends on who actually take the risk, who actually can observe what kind of risk, the level of intensities as well. They would be the winner. And again, the winner is actually who is actually having a goal, set goal. The Earl Nightingale said, if a ship captain knows where he's going from the harbor, versus if a ship captain does not know where he's going, it will derelict, right? It would not go much distance, right? So the same as individual. If you have a goal and if you know that, so he said, success is having a what the idea. If you know you have what the idea and you are working on that, you are successful. If you don't know, you are not.
Yes,
Simple
sir.
as that. So it does not necessarily that you got to be entrepreneur. It does not necessarily you got to be employees. It does not necessarily you got to be player, cricketer, footballer, but necessarily what is your passion? What is your passion? Find your passion. If your passion is playing cricket, do that. If your
Yes,
find
sir.
is drawing something, do that. If your passion is speaking, do that. If your passion is singing, do that. But if you know what is your passion, if you know this is your goal, your life is successful, because that's not a journey. Again, that is not the end line. That is not definition of success. Until you know what is your goal that you're looking forward. Be it a carpenter, be it a sailor, be it a footballer, be it a cricket, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you know where you are heading towards.
Yes, sir. Really, passion matters, sir, in
Absolutely,
all
sir.
stages of our life. Sir, suppose, sir, today you have a public speaking live show and you have delivered a speech. What do you want the audience to be saying about you afterwards, after the speech?
Inspiration to think something for him or her bigger, improved, a thinking ability, a thinking. Uh, I want to provoke your thinking ability. I want to challenge your thinking ability to inspire more, to think more.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, would you like to suggest any books or anything for the so that we may have a good comment over
I think
vocabulary and public speaking?
there are a couple of books, definitely, but first is you need to develop yourself, own self, and for that, I think Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and also the Stephen
Sir,
Covey's.
can you hear us,
Yes,
sir?
sir.
Yeah, I can. So Think and Grow Rich, and also the Seven Habits.
Yes, sir.
This book could help,
It was really
whatever you
amazing,
want
sir.
to become. Yeah, whatever you want to become, but it would help you to unleash your true potential from within.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, today we'd like to hear some of the important events or one of the most important event that changed your life and created the mindset within you to become an ideal for thousands of people, sir.
Look, actually, I'm not working to become an idol. I'm not working to become an
You,
influencer,
sir.
and I'm not working to impress somebody. Let me tell you very frank. I don't want to be. I'm not working to become influencer. I'm not working to become a hero. I'm not working to be liked by people.
So
Many
actually,
people.
who works from hard, they automatically become the hero of the people, sir.
If my work helps somebody to live fully and to think differently, that's what my purpose and that's what my objective. And that's what my objective. So my objective is not to become an influencer. Let me tell you very
Okay, sir.
categorically and
Thank
very
you very
clearly.
much, sir. Sir, another question that is, we already know that you played a vital role as a judge in the English Olympiads season 2, and this is the most probably the only competition that drew the attention of the learners in the shortest possible time.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Go on. Carry on, Muntasir.
So what would
Finish
you
your.
really ask to suggest us about the competition, sir?
Okay, so I think English Olympiad is a fantastic platform for every kids and youths in Bangladesh, definitely, because it will help you to connect, communicate, persuade, and present your ideas. And ultimately, it's a big community, and it will help you uh, to uh, to be, I think, at least to be outspoken and to stand out from the crowd. So this is a wonderful, wonderful platform. I think students and young talents and kids and everybody, they should join into this, no doubt.
Exactly, sir. Yes, sir, thank you so much. And now we on to our next question. That is, Sir, in your career of public speaking, have you followed other speakers to develop your style or focused on your natural style of speaking, sir? What should we do actually for our
Focusing on
enrichment of skills?
focusing on the innate abilities which comes from within. Do not try to copy and paste. It doesn't work. So
Yes,
I'm influenced by definitely some profound speakers globally, uh, and uh, and of course one of them also coming from Bangladesh. I think you can guess, uh, our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I think he's the profound speaker. So his way of speaking and connecting and influencing, gives
yes,
me
yes,
profound courage. So I
exactly.
am very enthusiastic, diehard fan of him because I think he's the one who actually helped millions of people to think yes, freedom is possible. He encouraged them, invited them, and made a fire on people's mind. Come on, we bring out and take whatever you have. If you want to leave, if you want to see your country as a free country, I think this is I think our youth can draw the inspiration from our father and architect of the nation, undoubtedly, because I think this is one of the best ever speech in the history of mankind, would be and should be. So there are a lot of things that I remember. But again, do you need to copy the style? No, you don't.
No,
What I'm
sir.
trying to say is follow, because Bangabandhu he followed his heart and passion. Nobody taught him, I believe. Nobody taught him how to speak. Nobody. He didn't. He hasn't been to any public speaking academy, neither. But he followed his heart. He followed his dream. So similarly, if somebody follows, I think the innate ability will come out. That would be profound. And then you got to sharpen on that. You got to sharpen on that. You got to invest on these things. Until unless you invest on that, sharpening the saw, you can't expect to harvest a good. Can you?
Yes, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for your inspiration that Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is one of your ideal as well as inspiration for your career. So we all know that you are a great entrepreneur and you have been working, you have been trying so level hard for turning the normal individuals into manpower, sir. So what was your mission at the outset, sir? I mean, what was your strategy at that time that you would become a great entrepreneur one day, sir?
You see, I don't have any fixed strategy. You see, the strategy would change, depends on time, but the mission and vision will not. So strategy today and tomorrow would be different, completely different, completely irrelevant of it depends on time. But my mission and my vision is, I want to help hundreds, thousands of millions of people to live their fullest potential of life. I want to encourage them, invite them to think and to think what they could think. This is the only thing. If they could think, I think the problem would solve. Today, the biggest problem is people are not thinking. They're running, but they don't know where they're running.
Yes, sir.
Don't know. I can bet, I can challenge more than 90% people, they don't know their destination. They don't even know what they want. In 10 years' time, 15 years' time, 20 years' time, you go and ask people, what do you want in 40 years' time, 50 years' time? Can you tell me exactly? So if you don't know how, so why you are running so hard?
Yes,
Stop
sir.
running. Stop running. Sit back, relax, think, figure it out what you want and why you want it.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you don't have to run. Think about it. Stay on the people. The world. You know, the, it doesn't depend on how fast you can run. It depends on how fast you attract. It's a whole different ball game. What is the attraction law? South Pole and North Pole. It attracts. It doesn't run. It doesn't run. Sorry. Those who teaches, those who says, run, run, run faster. Work hard, work hard. I'm sorry. It's old thought, old principle. You don't have to run. If you know, if you don't know running faster, would you think you can reach somewhere?
No, sir. That's
You might
impossible.
go to the same place. You might go to the same place. You'd be tired. You'd be stressed. You'd kill yourself. But know how to run and when to run, when not to run. Sometimes go back. Sometimes stay silent. Observe and watch. I think that's the one thing I want to share. Hello, Farabi, or everybody. So that's my message.
Thank you so much, sir. So really, sir, interest and passion matters in your life to become successful, to become an ideal in your life. Sir, there's an important quote that is, a great writer is, so to speak, a second government in his country. And for that reason, no regime has ever loved great writers. So do you agree with this point?
Writers, right? I
Yes.
missed the essence. Can you say it again?
Sure, sir, sure, sir. Sir, a great writer is, so to speak, a second government in his country. And for that reason, no regime has ever loved great writers. So how do you clarify this matter, sir?
It actually depends on the perspective. So one statement fit for all the time, I don't believe.
Yes, sir. Sir, we are definitely at the end of our today's live show, and we'd like to thank you so much for managing your so much valuable time for us for the Royal Corridor. I would like to thank the Royal Corridor for arranging such a beautiful live show for us for this session. I think that the young generation will be so much helpful and praiseworthy for your presence in this session. Sir, at the end of the session, I would like to urge you to say something and dedicate it upon the young generation of this country or the whole world. Sir, if you please.
I think thank you so much for inviting me, definitely. And
Yes, sir.
one thing is most important for everybody, that is keep believing on yourself. That's the most important. If you don't believe in yourself, who else would believe you? Who else will buy you? Who else will give you the values? So the young generation and youths, please believe in yourself. You have the potential. You have the ability. You have enormous talent. But do you believe so? If you believe, you will. If you don't, you will not. Simple as that. Those
Yes,
who thinks, those who thinks there are a lot of problems, they encounter problem. Those who thinks there are a lot of opportunities, they meet opportunities wherever you are. It depends on your choice to choose
yes.
wisely.
Thank you, sir. Sir, any last words for the young entrepreneurs for our country, sir? That they are trying the level best.
So
How?
this is
What
very
should be
simple.
their strategies, actually, sir?
It's very simple. It's just, follow your passion. Things will unfold. don't don't panic and don't become restless. Stay on
Yes.
the course. Stay on the course. Consistently persistent. Consistently persistent. Stay on the course. Things will happen. Knock, knock, and knock. The door will open. Ask, you will get it.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your presence in this session. Hope the young generation will be helped from your valuable speech today. And thank you once again. Thank you for your valuable time. So,
Thank
with
you.
this, I would like to conclude our
Thank you for
today's live
inviting me.
show.
Thank you for inviting, and stay connected with Coach Kamrul Hasan Network,
Yes, sir.
CKH
Yes.
Network. And you can reach me at Coach Kamrul Hasan in LinkedIn, in Facebook. So, and join with us at CKH Network. So I'd be happy to help and support and serve in any way. So let me know and reach me out. I'm open to connect with all the youths.
Yes.
I love you.
Thank you
Thank you so much.
Greetings,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you. Thank you.